So, interesting side note on the camera is I didn't realize at the time it claims it can do infrared, which is night vision. So one of the better tests for the camera is going to be how well that is for casual viewing, considering you just pin this thing on and turn it on and let it do its thing. It's hands-free and pretty simple. And if that were to work nicely, it's a definite nice to have. So as a result of not winter's resilience, I have had to change my schedule. Well, it's going to be muddy too. A little bit of everything here. Sweet. Change my schedule a little bit and move things back until we can actually get into some areas. I had planned to do some assessing of. This might be challenging in its own right. Areas in the Adirondacks and the Vermont areas, as well as kick off some areas in New Hampshire. But if they have a lot of snow, getting in, getting out, getting around is going to be a challenge. Might not be as feasible until we're a month ahead, which is kind of a bummer. But so instead we're kind of here today, and hopefully this camera doesn't give up as much head movement. It's not on my head, so you would think so. And I'm going to go around this actually. Kind of rolling with the punches on that, but we'll have to figure that part out later. And so today we're basically going to, because we have fresh snow, we're just going to kind of head through this area and see if we can find any tracks or anything interesting. But the mud factor is going to be fun too. But given that the camera is still recording, good. They claim it's got 90 minutes battery life. That's also, I guess, on the test today. It's about 30 degrees, so that might affect performance. We shall see. But I would like to stay on the road, on the path though, because that's going to be where any tracks are more likely to be for bigger things that are looking for the easiest way in. Even if it is a little uneven thanks to the logging effort that I have mixed feelings about. But side effect of the big wheels on the logging things have made it slippery. Really is kind of a day of not really sure what you get till you're there. So when I say not cold, it's hovering around 30. But that just means it's going to be colder up north. I really did want to get in there, but it did not work that way. So bring it down here if I can walk through all this debris. It is more slippery in here than it would have you believe. Mostly you're walking on logging debris. I'm trying to get around it, but that's easier said than done. To my annoyance, I'm not really seeing any tracks of anything. And for those who didn't figure out where we are yet, we are basically on the back side of the area where I found the 3 big X structures a couple of weeks ago. And that might be one of them right there. Let's look. It is not. I think there are more over there. Good morning, folks. We are not in Vermont today. We're still getting snowed on, as you can see. But we found the weather outcome up there to be a little iffy, so we are doing local vigilance today, and field testing a new camera, looking for tracks, that kind of thing. So the day has taken a turn that we did not expect, but we are in the area where we found 3 large X structures a couple of weeks ago, trying to relocate them, see if they're still there, if there's been any changes, that kind of thing. And going with what the day gives us, that kind of thing. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned. We'll update things as they occur. There was a wood knock over there just now, like right on the other side of this. That's interesting. Or wood knock-esque sound, I should say. Interesting. I am going to get back out into the more open area where I can maneuver a little bit and maybe work over that way. See if we are alone or not. Much as this would be interesting, these are mine. You probably already knew that. Here's something. Deer tracks from the look of it. Squirrel tracks. Alright. Just for a sense of bearings, this is the other wetland. We were over there before. And if we did hear a wood knock or something, it was on the other side. So if there is anything out here with us and it didn't cut through the middle and we're about to run into it going that way, it is in all this piney stuff somewhere. And if we do run into it and it's not a bear, that'll make for some interesting video. But who knows? Still looking for those X structures, and they should be right on the hill. I think the snowy cover has kind of obscured them though. Because I think, unless that's one right there. Unless we only walked right by one. That might be one, so there are like 3 of them before. That's one. And we're going to go have a look if we don't kill ourselves going over these rocks. It was easy the first time, so not too bad. Let's see what we got here. This could be natural because that fell over. But the last time there were 3 of them, if this is one of them. And I literally did just walk by this, so that is a little embarrassing. So you did, you walked right by this. Not embarrassing at all. Going this way though, there should be 2 more. Otherwise I would be inclined to think that one's probably natural. So the thing that caught my eye the last time was there were actually 3 of them. And from that point, they were like 10 yards apart, more or less. So if they're still here, they should be easy enough to find. But there's 2. Not quite level on it. And that one. You change the angle, you lose it. The other bummer is you do have logging in here, so you can't rule that out as a cause either, but trying to get up on this ridge for a closer look. Really. There you are. And let's see what we got for number 2. So, let's see, since there aren't any monkey men jumping around, that could be a break. That's uprooted. Big trees, though. And that's your anchor. But, yeah, that's an uproot. The other one is an uproot and or a break off. That looks like a break. So that's 2 of them. So the third one, and again, this could very well be a natural formation, but there were 3 equidistant ones which made it kind of an interesting find. Thought the camera went on us. Still going. See to find where I was on the originally before. So you're there. So 10 yards this way. And there should be a third one. Okay, so would be right in here somewhere. And I'm not seeing it, but what I'm wondering is if the first one is actually the second one I came in, because I came in at a different angle this time. The first time I found them, I came in from the front side of the 2 wetlands. Today we kind of took a different route. Is that one? Because that wasn't that far. It wasn't that close. It's further out. I mean, if you believe in the structure thing, they were out in the open and almost look like whoever made them want you to see them. But that's if you believe in that kind of thing. I have mixed feelings. You need to have things really stand out for me to give credence beyond a point. Right now I'm trying to backtrack back to the logging road, or logging path. Still kind of making my tracks. I kind of see where I came from now. Hunters are that in here. And we're back on the path. Alright, we found 2 out of 3. Look like natural. Kind of unique. I mean, there's a third one. I couldn't find it though, but 2 out of the 3 at least are still there. I don't know why there wouldn't be. But the snow, which seems to be picking up a little bit, or it did while I was in there. It's hard to tell when you're in the denser stuff.